Welcome back, Royal Priesthood family, to All Things Possible, prophetic brand with yours truly, Prophetess SEKA Esther Grace. This is the day that the Lord has made. We shall rejoice and be glad in it. I am so glad to be back connected to my family. I know it's been a long time. I'm responding to the love, the messages, the email, the phone calls, but most importantly, I'm responding to your prayers and how I felt my family, my Royal Priesthood family lifting me up. I felt your intercession. A lot of you all sent positive affirmations my way. So I want you all to hear from me personally. All is well and in divine order. This summer was a very busy summer for me. I did a lot of traveling ministry wise. I also had some things to take care of business wise. And so I had every intention to get back. And then to just be honest with you all, life happened. Ministry never stops. And for those of you all that are in ministry full time, for those of you all in ministry part time, in ministry just as a whole, you know, once you give God a true yes, it doesn't mean that the devil not going to stop doing what he do. It doesn't mean that life is not going to stop happening to us. But nevertheless, I am so grateful unto God for each and every one of you all. As I said time and time again, we're in this together. Please know you may not have heard my voice. Some of you all did, because some of you all have my number, and a lot of you all reached out to me on Facebook. But for those you all who didn't hear my voice, please know that at this time I was praying. I was still in intercession for the ministry, for the people that God has connected me to. And so all is well. Like I said, we're going to continue to go forward in the things of God. Right now, my schedule is still going to be Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm going to be doing a double upload. Right now, we're looking at 9 a.m. in the morning and then 4 p.m. in the evening for Tuesdays and Fridays. I'm still going to be coming in on live. Matter of fact, I'm going to be doing more lives. I'm actually back home. For many of you all, you don't know, my hometown is North Carolina. So I've been here for a month, attending to some family affairs and connecting and doing what I need to do with some of our a lot is going on family wise, but nevertheless, all is well. God is still moving. He's still going to get the glory. And so my attention needed to be home, and I needed to connect back with family and make sure things are done decency and in order. But this video is going to be very short. I just wanted to love on you all. I just wanted you all to hear my voice. I know that you cannot physically see my face, but I promise you, for those of you all that have been following me on Facebook, which I need my family to follow me, the newcomers, I see that we have had some subscribers even with me not being present. You all were able to look at some of the old content that still has fresh fire and fresh revelation on it. So I thank you for the support with that. We're going to be working on increasing this page and growing the channel and growing the ministry and whatever else the Lord has in place for us to do for such a time as this. But yes, as I was saying, I know you all are not able to see my face, but you will be seeing a lot of live videos. I will not start back actually recording into December. I'm going to take the remaining of this month off and spend time with my family here in North Carolina and finish getting adjusted to this new assignment that God has placed on my life. And so I will go into more details as time permit. Right now it's still fresh, it's still new, I'm still getting settled in, but I am so grateful unto God for this opportunity. I've been having such a good time just with my siblings. I've been having a great time connecting back to some of my friends back here. And so it's been good. It's been good. It's been busy, but it's been good. And so I just want you all to know that all is well. I pray in the name of Jesus that all is well on your end. A lot of you all have reached out for questions. A lot of you all have reached out for prayer. And even though I did not personally respond back to you all, I did make sure I pray. As I say, I always lift up the ministry. I always lift up the people that God has sent my way to be a major blessing to me and a blessing to the ministry. I am in the process of transitioning with my ministry. And the first phase of it was God wanted me to launch the ministry on YouTube and all social media platforms. He also opened up the door back for me to travel even during this pandemic. Glory be to God. No one has gotten sick. No one has been affected. The team and I have been traveling extensively. And I said, all is well in that area. God is a keeper of his word. So I'm still going to be on all social media platforms, but I'm going to be doing a lot behind the scenes. And I'm going to also be opening up more in the pulpit. God has blessed me with an awesome man and woman of God. I will share the name later, but I am under his covering, and God just led me to be under his covering. I've known him for years, and so his character and his integrity has proven itself. He is a man of honor. He's a man of valor, and he has my best interests at heart. He loves God and he loves God's people. And so now that I'm back in my home state, I wanted to make sure that my covering was close enough in case I needed anything, or I needed any guidance. I know phones and technology, you can just pick up your phone and call anybody anywhere and text, but I wanted that one-on-one when the time was necessary. And so he's definitely been pushing some things out of me, pulling some things out of me. We have been in contact since I've been back home. I have been in fellowship in person at this wonderful ministry, and as time permit itself, I will be revealing who that is. I still have my other covenant partners. I still have my other spiritual family in Tulsa, Oklahoma, who I love so dearly. I miss you all so much. And I also still have my connections in Georgia. You know, one thing about it, and this is a series that God is dealing with me about, and actually shout out to my brother who helped me with this idea. He was dealing with me about people need to see not just you walking in the office of a prophetess, or people seeing how your ministry is and people seeing how you preach, teach, and prophesy, but they need to know the other side of ministry, the part where regardless of you preaching and teaching, life happens, and people need advice through that, because a lot of times people reach out to me and they're in ministry and it just seems like all hell literally has broken loose, and they really don't have that sound support system. They really don't have that place that they can call safe, where they will be able to vent and be themselves. So I've had that. God has graced me with a strong support system. I am so grateful. Now, there are times when it's just God gonna want you to himself. You know, I have my support systems, and there's some things that honestly only God and I can do. And for those that are mature in the faith, and for those that are been in relationship with God and in ministry with God longer than 5 years, you know what I mean by that. There's just some things where Abba Father gonna tell you, look, your mother can't help you, your father can't help you, your sister can't help you, your pastor can't help you. You're gonna have to come to me. And so we see a lot of that in the Bible as an example, when God will call his people away, and God will deal with his people one-on-one. So nevertheless, I want to talk about becoming, as I share this platform with you all and share my journey, and share the ministry of the prophetic, as well as preaching, teaching, lifting up, however God chooses to do. I also want to share some areas of my life where I'm still becoming. And I want to share some struggles where God has allowed me to overcome. And I want to tell you what I did. Now, this is not going to be an all T channel. No, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this is another form of tool, a ministry, an instrument, because a lot of time you just see people and just think that they've been always the way that they are. You know, I am very transparent on this page. You all that knows my royal priesthood family, you all know I keep it a buck. I keep it 100. I let you know when I've been weak. I let you know when I struggle with some things, but I also want to let you know that, you know, I want you to physically see not just the example in the Bible, which is awesome. We need that, but a living example in today's time. I want you to be able to see that regardless of what you're going through, regardless of what the enemy tries to do, regardless of how you feel, you may not feel like you adequate enough, you may not have the confidence, you still may be lacking in your self-esteem. I still want you to be encouraged to know that God is still able to work through those flaws. And when he called you, nothing caught him by surprise. So it may catch us by surprise, but it doesn't catch the Father by surprise. And he still wants our answer to be yes. He still wants you to become that prophetess, to become that author, to become that entrepreneur through heaven, through hell, through trials and tribulations, things going on in your home, things going on your job, things going on with you. You still got to be in that posture. It may not always be the way that you started, but you still have to be in that posture where God can use you at any given time. Because truly, when you surrender your all unto the Father, you're not your own. You don't belong to you. You give back to him what he's given to you, and that's life. And you allow him to truly control, and not this crazy possessive way, but control you, because he knows what's best. He knows the end of a thing before the beginning. He knows the way that we should go before we even know. And a lot of times, as you always hear me say, and I'm sorry if you hear some noise in the background, I'm not in my normal location when I'm recording, but you always hear me say, he's not trying to figure this thing out. He's already worked it out. So we have to go to him, and we have to pray to him, and we have to fast. We have to read our word, and we have to be open to what he's telling us to do. And we have to obey in his timing and allow him to truly order our steps and direct our path. And anybody that's truly in the will of the Father, each season of your life is supposed to be different. No season's supposed to be the same. You should be going from faith, to glory to glory. A lot of us that I know that we're connected to, a lot of my people that I'm connected to, let me say it like this. A lot of us have transitioned spiritually and naturally, because in God's will, you're forever moving. But there's a season that's coming upon your life for those of you all that's been doing a lot of moving, such as myself, that's been doing a lot of traveling. God is going to establish you in that place called there. Glory be to God. He's going to establish you. I say it like this. You're going to have the local home, but an international ministry. But you're going to have your home foundation and your home base where you will be able to come back to, where you can be poured into, where you can be lifted up, where you can also do your part in your community. But God is not going to stop making you move and do what he needs you to do, because this word has to go to all nations. And you know, you have to be willing and available. And everybody don't have an international ministry, and that's okay. But for those of us that know that we're on the move for God, and that God is calling us to nations, and he's calling us to various platforms, and it's going to cause for us to travel. It's going to cause for us to leave home. Some of us going to have to pack up where we were and go to where he's calling us. And so, and we have to be willing and available for God to do that through us. And so anyway, as I was saying before, I didn't want to be before you all long. I just wanted to love on you all. I wanted to acknowledge your presence and your prayers and your encouragement and your love. And I thank you for pushing me and supporting me, because trust and believe, I have not quit. My answer to God is still yes. Regardless of what my personal life is going through, my answer to God is yes. And I'm still available and willing. It's just a different season in my life right now, and it's a new season for me. Although this is my hometown, it's the new adjustments and a lot of things that I have to get acclimated with. But I'm still going to go forth in the things of the Lord. I want you to always remember, Jesus is Lord. God bless you, and I love you much. Bye-bye.